This is an extraordinarily exciting moment in the history of Williams. We've been planning this library for more than a decade, thinking about the work that it's going to make possible, imagining what it would look like. But there's nothing like actually being in it to understand the profound impact that it's going to have on the work of students and faculty.
I think it's a beautiful space. That's what strikes me most as I enter, and I love the combination of the preservation of the old, with the Stetson having been kind of gussied up, but preserving a lot of its character, especially the reading room, as well as the Chapin Archive sort of main display room, and the open, light character of the construction, I think is wonderful.
There's so much history at the school, and it combines the quintessential liberal arts, ivy-covered experience with this new, beautiful building.
There's a whole ton of different partitions, and yet it all works.
It's just enormous.
The design is open and airy and light, with lots of rooms for students and faculty to get together and collaborate. It's flexible in that stacks can be moved, furniture can be moved, walls can be moved. Technology infiltrates the building, and just as Williams has evolved over the years, this library will evolve.
This has been a monumental project. The construction lasted 3 years. The skill and perseverance of the crew was obvious throughout the process. And all that hard work paid off. Our architects did a terrific job. The advisory committee, the involvement of students, faculty, staff, all aided in the creation of the beautiful building that we have now.
Oh, this building is beautiful. You can never get bored here.
It's really a work of art.
The library of the 21st century is so much more than a box for books surrounded by some study carrels. It's a crossroads for the academic work that we do here at the college. And we needed a library that was going to reflect the ways that we teach and learn for the rest of this century.
We want to foster not only critical thinking and creativity, but we want to provide spaces outside of the classroom for that to happen. So I think that the library as a physical space is vital.
We at Williams believe that learning is more than just being in front of your computer. It's a social interaction, it's a social event, and for people to have a place to collaborate, to learn, to run into each other, to interact with each other, to interact with resources is central to what Williams is about.
You can find new things to use it for rather than just use it in the way that a library is traditionally used.
It's really light, and everything is sort of filled with windows, so I think anywhere that you study there'd be sunlight on your pages.
We have expert staff, and they're maybe our greatest resource. And then we have collections, fantastic collections. Everything from cuneiform tablets through the latest digital resources.
There's nothing that could be more important to Williams than having a facility such as this one. It exceeds expectations, and expectations were high.
I love how much they actually sought out and respected students' opinions in designing the library.
I think what's most useful to a lot of people at Williams would be the openness and the space and the opportunities to collaborate with each other.
Like all great Williams projects, the creation of this library was a broad collaboration among faculty, students, alumni, and parents who partnered with us to make it possible.
It's so bright and happy, and I think it will really inspire people.
I think it tells us a lot about what the school is and what its priorities are.
It matches perfectly with what we have literally surrounding the campus. And I love that. I love that balance.
We see the possibilities of this library, but we don't know how those possibilities will in the end be manifested in the work of faculty and students. What we do know is that our task is to provide the tools that students and faculty will use for the rest of this century to do things that we can't even imagine.